What about first dates?
That was lip syncing. I've seen the
Give them your money and give them your ear real quick.
How's everyone doing? It is so good to be here, and someone just asked me if I've ever been to Lubbock for my third time so far this year. The third of many. And very, very importantly for the O'Rourke family, it's the first time for my wife Amy. If you wouldn't mind standing up. The O'Rourke family was trying to figure out what to do for the 4th of July. And seeing as Lubbock is a short 6-hour drive from our home, and really more importantly, the last 2 times that I was here, you all, the folks here, folks who couldn't come here tonight, folks that I met along the way were so kind to me, so welcoming, so encouraging. Gave me so much confidence as the first time I came was thinking about maybe running for Senate. The second time at the Tornado Gallery, who was at the Tornado Gallery? 300 people came out and welcomed us back to the community at the end of April. And so if there was one place that I wanted to be, where we had a little free time with the family, if there was one group of people that I wanted to introduce Molly, and Ulysses, and Henry, and Amy to, it was you all. So thanks for having us down. I was thinking about, without being corny, what we're all going to be celebrating tomorrow. And the most important thing when you've got kids with you is you want to be having a great time, celebrating the special moments that you get with your family. And you want to be thinking about your country and why we exist, and what it took for us to get here. And how 241 years ago, July 4th of 1776, 2 days after the Continental Congress had voted to do this. That's right, some history here. July 2nd, the Second Continental Congress votes to declare our independence from Great Britain. And on July 4th, they tell us they started to sign their names to the Declaration that the committee led by Thomas Jefferson had written. And in it, we just read it in the hotel room before we came over. We list our grievances, the things that really, I'm going to use PG language here because there's some kids who couldn't mind. The things that we were really angry about. The natural rights that we had as humans that were no longer being honored by the King of Great Britain and the Parliament there, and the lack of representation that we had. And in the Declaration of Independence, they say, look, you don't do this stuff lightly. You don't break off from the customs and the norms and the government that you've always known. You don't do that very lightly. But you do it when things have gotten so bad that you just can't take it anymore. And you're willing to take a risk to change. And what I also think in the minds of those colonists were the opportunities that they saw going forward. Those could have been economic opportunities, and they certainly saw those. Those could have been opportunities in terms of being able to practice their religion, having freedom of speech, being able to set a new vision for a new country at a critical moment in world history. And I think about what's going on here in this room tonight. First of all, who knew there were Democrats in Lubbock? And who knew that in Lubbock we would have two outstanding candidates for Congress? I've got a great relationship with your current member of Congress, Jody Arrington. He and I both serve on the House Veterans Affairs Committee. We're the only Texans to serve on that committee. Because they're in the majority, he's the chairman of the Economic Opportunity Subcommittee on the VA. I'm his ranking member. We work together on a lot of important issues, and I'm grateful for Jody's leadership and his representation. But I'm also grateful for our system of government and the competition of ideas that Dan and Miguel are bringing to the table. And these guys and their families and their supporters and their volunteers, they're putting it on the line right now. They're taking a risk because they become so frustrated with how things are going, the dysfunction and the disappointment that they feel in Washington, D.C., and a Congress that doesn't represent our interests or our values, is not getting the job done on the economy. A Senate that just in secret, behind closed doors, no women allowed, negotiated a health care bill that pulls health care and access to a doctor away from more than 20 million Americans, more than 2 million Texans. In a state, by the way, and your junior senator was one of those secret negotiators, in a state where the Medicaid cuts that are going to be proposed are going to force more out of an ability to see a doctor, more from being able to stay in their job, more from being able to take care of their family. And considering that there are 100,000 plus Texans who are veterans, who depend on Medicaid to supplement their care, we're going to do a grave disservice and dishonor to those to whom we owe the most in this state. That's how bad apparently things have to get for all of us to come together here in Lubbock tonight. And it's not just the things that we're angry about, right? It's not just the proposed Muslim ban or a 2,000-mile wall to separate the United States. By the way, there's no state that has more to gain or to lose depending on our relationship with Mexico. We have a trade surplus with Mexico right now. We have the lowest northbound apprehensions from that country in my lifetime, and I'm 44 years old. In El Paso, Texas, the city that, let's hear it for El Paso. And Chico, the city that I have the honor to represent, is the safest city in America, according to the FBI crime data, according to CQ Press, which crunches that data. And we have been either the first, second, or third safest in the United States for the last 20 years, not in spite of our connection to Mexico, and not in spite of the fact that 25% of the people that I represent were born in another country, most of them in Mexico, but precisely because of all those things. Our strength, our success, our security, our safety is connected to the immigrant families that live in our community. So if we want to push back against this stuff that we don't like, or if we want to achieve the things that we know are possible and are going to make this great country, this amazing state, even better, like comprehensive immigration reform for the first time in 30 years. Like putting an end to what seemed like endless wars that we are fighting all over the greater Middle East for the better part of the last 26 years. Whether it's making sure that health care is a right and not a privilege, not a function of